it's your favorite mixed chicks here, Jenna and Jasmine, your classmates, and we're gonna talk about culture.
Specifically, my cultural identity and how it affects the way I communicate for my communications class. My name's Jasmine Gittens, and we're gonna talk about who I am. My race is biracial. If you want specifics, my nationality is Irish and African American. My nationality is American. I was born here in the Americas, right? Not right here, but here.
New York.
New York. And my culture, we have collectively decided as a family after a 15-minute debate, is white. White, you see the white, I see the white, we all see the white. This affects my relationship to American culture because I am not usually seen as mixed by many people. A lot of Americans like to see the same thing. If they see the whiteness, they think I am white. It is not typical to see biracial people and know that they're biracial people. What?
People know I'm mixed.
Yeah, because you have a darker skin tone.
Okay, you're right.
I look like I look like a white girl with curly hair or Hispanic.
Or Italian.
I've never gone Italian.
Yeah, no.
Not yet. No.
She said not yet.
Not in one day. It'll happen. I believe this affects my self-concept, the cultural identity that I have, because I am trying to find out who I really am. I don't really know much about the black side of me. So the only thing I stick to is being Irish. It's how I grew up. It's what I grew up with. You know, St. Patty's Day is around the corner. It's my national holiday. I'm going to need that day off. So I stick to that. It's what I've grown up with. It's what I've known my whole life.
Especially living by Boston.
By Boston, not in Boston. We're from Massachusetts. Never really went there. It's too far. Anyways, it affects my self-esteem because I don't really know my father that well. So I don't really know exactly what my black culture is. I just know that I am black. So it's kind of hard to continuously tell other people, oh, I'm black and white, but I don't really know anything about my black side. I only know everything about my whiteness. You know, my sister grew up with knowing her father, he's Grenadian, all this stuff, had all this culture, all these festivals, and know exactly what you are, and I'm just over there chilling. The differences between my public and private self, because of this cultural identity, is the public self, I usually, when it benefits me, I will say that I'm white. I'm not afraid to say I'm white. Not afraid to hide the fact that I am black, especially with the way things have been happening lately with the police news stories. If I ever were to get pulled over, I would not be afraid to just act like that insecure white girl who cries, although I do cry very easily, so it's not really going to be that hard. But hearing all the stories, and it's something that I would, the black side of me is something that I would keep a private self, because I don't want to put myself in kinds of situations like that, and which is not really the greatest thing. It's not really great to have to, or to need to have to hide that part of myself.
In a society like ours, it's good to be a fair-skinned mixed girl.
Yes. What you whispering over there?
Okay.
Some advantages that exist is that exact thing. I am lighter than my sister. We are both mixed, but I am lighter, so it's easier for me to kind of hide that part of me, I guess, in a way. Some disadvantages is that I want to know more about my black culture, but I don't really know how to go about that. It's kind of something that just keeps getting pushed away. And eventually I will know, maybe when I have the money to pay for that very expensive ancestry test. Who knows? Um, I think other people perceive me as, a lot of people perceive me as pretty much anything except for what I am, unless they're mixed as well. If I have someone who's mixed, then they're like, hey, a mixed girl. But otherwise, it's either like Hispanic or white. That's it. That's how people see me because of the way I handle myself, I guess. The impression managements that I kind of put out there is I like to stay quiet and kind of see what the environment is like. If the people I'm around are more rowdy, then eventually I'll, get up and start doing that. I put myself into situations where I don't talk first, I listen, and then I go about what I need to go about depending on who I'm hanging out with. So I think that others can perceive me as someone who's very,
Versatile.
thank you. It was going to take another like 30 seconds. So that's about it. That's your favorite mixed girl and her sister. See you next week.